How have you been addressing your financial worries in the past years? What is your strategy for this year? How are you going to worry less and focus on what you should do more? We know, see, and feel the impact of unmanaged finances. We worry, we get stressed, we get disturbed. Our work is affected, our health is affected, our relationships are affected. While money is not the most important thing in life, it affects the important things in life. It is then essential that we manage our finances well. I too sometimes worry on how I will pay my bill or how I will be able to afford a necessary expenditure or a dream. But worrying worsens the problem. Working with the right strategies will solve the problem. The key is to go back to the fundamentals and see how you can use them to address your financial worries. But before we move on to the 3 simple strategies to address your financial worries, let me introduce myself. I'm Chris Dao-anis, and this is the Chris Show, your weekly training video helping you become a better you. And in this training video, we're focused on the financial strategies. This is the focus for the week, and let's now talk about the 3 ways. Are you ready? Here's the first one. Raise your income. If you need more money, then you need more income. So raise your income, and you can do this in 2 ways. First, increase your performance. Give your best at work. Come to work on time. Take initiative. Solve problems. Don't wait for higher positions before you do more. Do more and higher positions will come. In other words, go for high performance. With high performance comes enhanced competencies and developed character. And here's the bonus. It comes with increased income as well. Did you hear that? Income comes in. With high performance comes chances to receive huge bonuses and promotions. When I was working as an employee, I received a performance bonus, 3 times my monthly salary. And there's more. I also was promoted and my salary was increased. That increase in income and thus increasing my funds helped me achieve my goals for that year. Now, some people complain, but my employer does not recognize my performance and does not give me bonus or raise. I'd rather not perform. No. Stick to being your best self. If you will not be rewarded in your present company, you will be rewarded by others in another way. My mentor says, the universe will find a way to reward you. As it is written, what you sow, you shall reap. It's true. Now here's the second way to raise your income. Increase your income stream. You and I need multiple income streams as they will serve as addition to the existing income source that we have. They will also serve as a backup in case something happens. A financial expert said that millionaires at an average have 7 income streams. Why are they doing it? Because they see the importance of having multiple income streams. It's the reason why they are where they are. If you're an employee, why not start something on the side? Yes, give your best while you are at work, and when you go home or during your day off, maybe you can do something else. Start a side business. Sell something of value. Offer your services to others. Do online work. Now here's the caution. Don't do it during office hours. Otherwise, you are violating our first strategy. If you cannot start adding income stream yet, then start learning how. That's how you begin. And you watching this is a good sign that you are investing time and money for yourself. So keep on. Now here's number 2. To address your financial worry, you need to reduce your expenses. Of course, you've heard this before, but hang on. Listen, pouring liters of water into a jar that is leaking will never fill it. In the same way, increasing your income will be useless if you keep increasing your expenses as well. Much worse if the increase in your expenses is even higher than the increase in your income. So to reduce your expenses, here are my suggestions. Strike down your luxuries and vices. Now let me show you a table that will shock you. Look at this. Look at those samples. Here's an expense item. High-end coffee. Maybe the amount is 150, approximately in a year, 21,600. That is assuming a consumption of 3 in a week. If you invested that in an investment vehicle that gives you 10% interest after 15 years, that's 90,228. Now imagine if you've been doing that annually for 15 years. That will give you 754,000. You see that? Now look at the other items. High sugar donut, 40 pesos, approximately 5.7. If you invest that, 24,000. If you keep doing that for 15 years, that's 200,000. Look at beer, 50 pesos. In a year, with the assumption of, again, 3 in a week, that's 7,000. If you invest it, 10% interest, 15 years, that's 30,000. Keep doing it in 15 years, that's going to be 251,000. Even more. Now look at the other high sugar drink, even cigarette and high-end phone that you keep on buying, assuming a purchase is every 3 years. Your high-end phone of 35,990. After 15 years, if invested, it's 150,000. If you keep doing it for 15 years, of course, that's going to be 5 times because you're doing it 3 years. That's 241,000. Now, if you add it all up, you see that it goes up to 1.6 million. Imagine that. Now you realize how you're wasting millions in every extra peso you spend on extra. So strike down your luxuries and vices now and start growing your money to millions for your future. So we're still on reducing your expenses. We talked about striking down your luxuries and vices. And here's the second one. You have to stop your loans. You have to stop borrowing. The Bible says the borrower is a slave to the lender. You don't want to become a slave, do you? So stop borrowing, or you will be eaten alive by your loan interests. If you're lured to borrow 50,000 and pay 667 daily in 3 months or 90 days, that is a huge 20% interest for 3 months. And what did you use it for? You just borrowed it to buy a high-end laptop that you don't really need. Once it's out of the store, its value begins to depreciate. You're not making money from it, but you're still paying money for buying it. Or maybe you were told you can use it to finance a micro business. But if you look at it, if you're making, for example, a daily sales of 2,000 with net income of 400 pesos only, in effect, you're losing big time. How will you pay the 167? No, 667. You're even at a negative 267 on a daily basis. How about your meals, transportation, and other expenses? Here's another example. Easy payments, they say on credit cards. So you purchased that brand new top of the line phone at 35,990. You paid using your credit card as they said, easy payments. And you forgot that your credit card is not your cash. That's not your money. You borrowed money from the credit card company that you have to pay at an average of 3% interest per month. If you only pay the minimum per month, you will be drowning in interest payments on top of the principal, which is the original amount you borrowed. There is never an easy payment, my friend, even with credit cards. It's just easier to swipe without feeling the money coming out. So stop borrowing. Even if there is what we call a good debt and bad debt, my wise financial mentor would advise you not to borrow, even for business. Of course, much worse if it is a consumer debt. So that's number 2, reduce your expenses. Let's go to number 3, revitalize your position. And here's how you're going to do that. First, start to save. Start saving a portion of your income. You will be able to do this because you will increase your income and will reduce your expenses. Before you even withdraw your salary, for example, set aside your saving already. Say 20% of which, for instance, if your net pay is 20,000, set aside 4,000 already. Save up for emergency fund, which is an amount equal to 3 to 6 months of your expenses. You may put this in another savings account. So start to save. Second, get protection. Insurance is something that most people need, but they don't get it because they do not understand it. Or sadly, some pushy salespeople irritated them trying to make a sale rather than educate them so they will make the decision themselves of what and how much they really need for insurance. But then, you have to educate yourself as well and get protection. Now, since this is a huge topic, I reserve a special session for this. For now, let me tell you the purposes of insurance. It is for emergency protection in case something bad happens. For example, hospitalization, accident, or death. It can serve as an interim source of fund for the family while they are recovering from a huge expenditure and or loss of someone. It is also an added future fund for health, education, or retirement. Now, insurance is something you need in case something bad happens. But with the new plans now, if even nothing bad happens, which is what we prefer and pray for, you can still use it. That's why it is an added future fund, like an investment. If you want to know more about insurance, watch for our special session on this topic. It will be uploaded soon. You just stay tuned to this blog, or you may also email info@chrisdao-anis.com for inquiries. Now let me be clear, you don't have to get another insurance if you already have a sufficient insurance coverage. You also don't need to get insurance if you already are rich enough that you don't need it. If anything happens, existing funds and sources can fund what's needed. But still, I learned that the rich still gets insurance not because they need it, but because they want to leverage it and use it to their advantage. So about that, find out why they do so. And here's my third tip for you, my friend, to revitalize your position: ride investment vehicles. My mentor says there are vehicles available, but many people are only walking their way to their wealth. As a result, the wealth becomes an elusive dream. So start riding some of these vehicles. Example, real estate. You can buy a land or property and you can earn through its rise in value or from rentals. Business. You can put your money in an earning business. You will earn from its profits. Or maybe you're thinking, that's too big for me, real estate and business. Here's something that you can start even with as low as 5,000. Here's the third one. Stocks. In this, you are buying a business in effect. Also businesses that are in real estate, depending on your choice. Now, in stocks, you buy shares of ownership of big companies. As the business grows, your money also grows. That's what they call capital appreciation. Now, you can also earn through dividends when they distribute portion of their earnings to the stockholders. And you are a stockholder, so you receive your share. Now, if you don't want to do that, here's another option. Mutual funds. Instead of you buying shares of stocks directly, you buy shares in funds. Now, the fund managers will then invest the pooled funds that's coming from you and other investors. They will put it in good stocks of their choice based on their expert judgment, and they will manage it. As the fund value grows, your money also grows. Now, to most people, it's way much easier to start investing in stocks and mutual funds. So you may want to look into these two as well. The last two, stocks and mutual funds. Now, typically, you need bigger amounts of money to invest in real estate and business. So what we're going to do is to have more learning sessions on this to come. But if you're excited, if you're really, really excited and you can't wait for that, then I have to point you to my guide, to my mentor. So you can check out www.chrisdao-anis.trulyrichclub.com. In that, you'll be introduced to the man who taught his maids invest in the stock market. Imagine that, maid, katulong. And that katulong is now a millionaire. But it started like I think 7 years ago, and it took time and discipline and hard work. If you want to know more about that, then visit this link. I will also be putting this link in the description of this video, so you can just click and go there. Now, of course, we'll go deeper into these different investment vehicles in future learning sessions that we will have. At least by now, you have an idea of where you can possibly invest your money and make your money grow, so your money is working for you. Remember that you have worked hard to earn that money. Don't just let it slip away. So my friend, let's recap what we learned. We can address our financial worries by following these 3 simple strategies. Number 1, raise your income by raising your performance and by adding income streams. Number 2, reduce your expenses by striking down your luxuries and vices and not making more loans. And finally, the third one is to revitalize your position by starting to save, getting insurance, and riding investment vehicles. Now go and live with less financial worries. Again, thank you for for watching this video up to this end. I hope you got something. Again, this is your friend Chris Dao-anis reminding you to become a better you. This is the Chris Show, and feel free to subscribe to this channel or like this page and share this video to your friends who can benefit from it. I'll see you next week.